Sagittarians, prepare yourselves. July 2025 will bring you not just good fortune, but a genuine financial explosion, an event astrologers observe only once in a century and a half. This unique celestial alignment will literally catapult you to the pinnacle of material prosperity among all zodiac signs. The key to this breakthrough lies in incredible dynamics. Your planetary ruler, the generous Jupiter, will establish itself in the earthy and stable sign of Taurus, while revolutionary Uranus transits through Gemini. For you, Sagittarians, this combination is a powerful catalyst, creating an explosive synergy. Jupiter in Taurus lays a solid foundation for colossal material growth, promising not just income, but accumulations that will exceed all your expectations. And Uranus in the opposing sign of Gemini will bring sudden, unpredictable opportunities through partnerships, contracts, or entirely new ideas, literally opening gateways to unprecedented revenue streams. Get ready for your financial horizons to expand to unimaginable scales. Understanding how Jupiter in Taurus will contribute to your enrichment requires a more detailed look. At the heart of this extraordinary period, which promises Sagittarians unprecedented financial enrichment in July 2025, lies the unique position of your planetary ruler. Jupiter, the great benefic and symbol of expansion, will be in the sign of Taurus. This is not just a fortunate transit, it's an astrological configuration that channels the energy of abundance into the realm of material stability and accumulation, creating fertile ground for significant growth in your capital. Taurus, being an earth sign, governs resources, property, values, and a sense of security. When Jupiter, the planet of luck and prosperity, resides in Taurus, it amplifies the focus on tangible assets and long-term investments. This aspect promotes not fleeting luck, but a purposeful, fundamental building of wealth. Your efforts to create and preserve material assets will be multiplied many times over. This is a time when financial intuition will be closely linked with practicality and common sense, allowing you to make decisions that bring tangible, long-term benefits. So, how can Sagittarians most effectively utilize this powerful planetary support for personal enrichment? First, focus on assets with intrinsic value and stability. Consider real estate investments, acquiring homes, land, commercial properties. This could be one of the most profitable avenues. Precious metals, such as gold and silver, as well as high-quality stocks in stable companies with a strong dividend history, will also be exceptionally favorable. Jupiter in Taurus calls for a strategic and patient approach to finances, prioritizing quality over quantity and a long-term perspective over immediate gain. This is an ideal time for a deep restructuring of your financial portfolios, creating or significantly boosting reliable savings and funds, and decisively eliminating burdensome debts, which will free up significant resources. Your ability for practical planning and disciplined execution of financial tasks will be rewarded with a tangible increase in assets. Invest in what brings stable, predictable income and strengthens your material base. Furthermore, this is a period for developing and monetizing your professional skills and talents. Taurus values mastery and practical abilities, so investments in your own education, aimed at upskilling or mastering new, in-demand professions, will bring tangible dividends. Consider creating passive income streams based on your existing assets or knowledge. This is a time for building a financial fortress, not chasing quick but risky money. This deep synergy between your planetary ruler, Jupiter, and the sign of accumulation, Taurus, creates a powerful gravitational center for attracting financial flows, which will set Sagittarians apart as the most prosperous among all zodiac signs during this unique period. You receive not just a chance, but a carte blanche to forge a strong and sustainable financial future, based on real assets and wise resource management. This is not just growth, it's the solidifying of your wealth for decades to come. However, while Jupiter lays this solid foundation for your prosperity, there is another equally significant planetary factor that will bring dynamism, unexpected opportunities, and entirely new perspectives to your financial sphere, which could literally change the game. If Jupiter in Taurus lays a reliable foundation for your unprecedented financial prosperity, then Uranus transiting in Gemini will be the dynamic catalyst that literally explodes your opportunities, opening doors you may not have even known existed. Uranus, the planet of revolutions, surprises, and innovations, always breaks old structures to create something entirely new and progressive. Its position in Gemini, the sign of intellectual activity, communication, information, and connections, indicates that these breakthroughs will occur precisely through these spheres. For you, Sagittarians, Gemini is an opposing sign, meaning Uranus will activate your axis of relationships and partnerships, as well as the realm of contracts, agreements, and information exchange. These are not just changes, these are sudden and radical shifts in how you interact with the world to achieve your goals. Expect unexpected collaboration offers, which may come from people you haven't previously encountered, or from entirely new sources. This could be signing a contract that instantly changes your financial situation, or the emergence of an innovative idea related to communications, media, online platforms, or new technologies that brings you significant profit. Your ability to quickly adapt to new information flows, learn, and apply advanced methods will be your golden key. You may find that old ways of doing business are outdated, and you'll need to master entirely new methods of information exchange, promoting your services, or products. Financial breakthroughs may be linked to the unexpected acquisition of valuable information, access to unique data, or participation in projects using advanced technologies and unconventional approaches. This is a time for bold experiments in online business, media projects, intellectual property, or even cryptocurrencies, if you have sufficient knowledge and are ready for rapid learning. Remember, Uranus always acts quickly and unpredictably. Be prepared for opportunities to appear suddenly and demand immediate reaction. Flexibility of thought and readiness for change will be your main allies during this period. This aspect of Uranus in Gemini ensures that your financial enrichment will not just be slow, gradual growth. It will include elements of sudden, stunning breakthroughs that literally catapult you to a new level of prosperity. However, to most effectively utilize this cosmic gift and make truly sound decisions in conditions of such rapid change, it's important not only to rely on external circumstances and rational analysis. In the midst of July 2025, as the celestial pattern unfolds in your favor, special attention should be paid to the position of the Sun in Cancer. For Sagittarius, whose nature typically seeks expansion, adventure, and a logical understanding of the world, this Sun transit brings a completely different, yet extremely valuable dynamic. Cancer is a sign ruled by the Moon, associated with deep emotions, intuition, security, and roots. When the Sun, your ego and life energy, passes through this water sign, it illuminates your fourth house, the sphere of home, family, and an inner sense of stability and security. This is not just an astrological fact, it's a powerful catalyst for your financial growth. During this period, your intuition, usually strong but sometimes overshadowed by the pursuit of grand ideas, will come to the forefront with unprecedented clarity. You will begin to feel money not just as a medium of exchange or accumulation, but as a living energy connected to your inner world and sense of security. This means that financial decisions will depend less on dry statistics and more on a deep inner sense. How to use this enhanced emotional connection with money? First, learn to trust your inner voice. If an investment opportunity, even if it seems logical on paper, causes you an inexplicable unsettling feeling, listen to it. Conversely, if a project that at first glance may seem unconventional or even risky evokes a strong premonition of success and a sense of rightness, explore it deeper. Your emotional intuition will become your most reliable financial compass, helping you distinguish true opportunities from mirages. This period favors investments that bring not only material gain but also a sense of security and comfort. Perhaps this will be real estate, creating passive income related to home or family, or even investments in projects that resonate with your personal values and desire for stability. The emotional connection to money will also manifest in how you manage your savings. You will be more inclined to create a financial cushion that gives you peace of mind, not just a high interest rate. This is a time to ground your financial energy, strengthen your foundation, and ensure that your cash flows nourish your inner sense of well-being. It is this deep understanding and emotional wisdom that will allow you to make decisions that not only bring profit but also create a solid, reliable foundation for your unprecedented financial prosperity. And when you gain this inner clarity and confidence in your financial steps, it's time to manifest this power outwardly, with the passion and determination characteristic only of true leaders. In this exceptional period, when the heavens literally align in your favor, another powerful transit plays a key role: Mars, the planet of action and energy, positioned in Leo. For you, Sagittarians, this is not just an astrological aspect, it is a strategic impulse that translates potential into tangible reality. Mars in Leo, a fire sign in a fire sign, creates a synergy that amplifies your innate charisma, courage, and drive for success. Imagine this energy as a powerful engine that fuels your ambitions. Mars in Leo grants you not just passion, but a blazing, unyielding thirst for self-realization and recognition. This is the inner strength that will allow you not only to see the grandiose opportunities offered by Jupiter, laying the foundation for material growth, and Uranus, opening doors to sudden breakthroughs, but also to act on them with unprecedented confidence. Your natural optimism and inclination to take risks will be bolstered by an unshakable belief in your own abilities. You will feel a surge of courage to assert yourself, defend your ideas, and lead others. How to transform this fiery energy into financial prosperity? Firstly, use Mars in Leo to activate your leadership qualities. This time is ideal for taking initiative in your professional sphere, leading a new project, proposing innovative solutions, giving a public presentation, or even launching your own business. Your ability to inspire and motivate others will be at its peak, attracting partners and investors ready to support your boldest endeavors. Secondly, this position of Mars fosters an entrepreneurial spirit. If you have long harbored an idea for your own business or scaling an existing one, July 2025 is your moment to shine. The energy of Leo calls for bold, sometimes even theatrical steps that will attract attention and give you an advantage. Do not be afraid to invest in yourself, in your skills, in your uniqueness. Your creative projects, if presented with confidence and passion, have every chance of bringing significant profit. Thirdly, Mars in Leo strengthens your confidence in financial decisions. This is not a time for doubt or excessive caution. Of course, intuition, enhanced by the influence of the Sun in Cancer, will be your guide, but Mars will add the resolve to act when your inner sense signals. Be it major real estate investments, as indicated by Jupiter in Taurus, or quick, adaptive steps in technology, suggested by Uranus in Gemini, you will possess the necessary courage to implement these plans. Do not miss opportunities that require quick reaction and decisiveness. Use this period to actively promote your services or products. Your charisma and ability to persuade will be at their peak, allowing you to secure profitable contracts and attract new clients. Remember that Leo loves to be in the center of attention, so do not hesitate to declare your achievements and ambitions. This is a time when your personal brand strategy can bring colossal dividends. However, for this powerful energy not to dissipate but to be directed as effectively as possible, it requires not only fiery initiative but also a clear, methodical approach to execution. We have already discussed how powerful Jupiter in Taurus lays the foundation for your financial success, and Uranus in Gemini opens doors to unexpected, innovative opportunities. The Sun in Cancer sharpens your intuition, and Mars in Leo imbues you with the courage of a leader, allowing you to act proactively and attract abundance. But for this flow not to turn into a chaotic whirlwind, but to become a manageable river carrying you to the shores of untold wealth, you will need special planetary support. And here, Venus, the planet of love, values, and, crucially for our analysis, money, enters the scene, located in rational and methodical Virgo in July 2025. This position of Venus for Sagittarians is not just a recommendation, it's a direct indication of the need to radically reevaluate your approach to financial management. Venus in Virgo demands from you not just intuitive flair or bold steps, but a deep, almost surgical precision in every financial decision. Practicality becomes your main tool. Forget about spontaneous spending and impulsive investments that might have characterized your fiery nature in the past. Now is the time for meticulous planning. Focus on tangible assets, on those investments that have a clear, measurable value. This can include not only the previously mentioned real estate or precious metals but also investments in your own professional development that will bring a guaranteed return. Venus in Virgo urges you to create a detailed budget, to track every penny, to understand where and why your funds are going. This period is favorable for eliminating any financial leaks, be it unnecessary subscriptions or inefficient spending habits. The analytical mindset that Venus in Virgo awakens even in the most free-spirited Sagittarians will be your shield and sword. Before any major move, whether it's entering a partnership, launching a new project, or making a significant investment, conduct an exhaustive analysis. Research the market, assess risks, analyze potential profitability. Do not rely on rumors or superficial promises. Demand numbers, facts, check reputations. Your natural inclination towards philosophy and the pursuit of truth should now be directed towards financial statistics and economic trends. This is a time for lawyers, auditors, and financial consultants. Do not hesitate to consult professionals who can help you see the full picture. Finally, financial discipline is not just a desirable quality, it is an imperative. Venus in Virgo insists on creating a strict system for managing your assets. This includes regularly contributing to savings accounts, methodically repaying any existing obligations, and strategically planning future income. Create a clear action plan, set realistic, measurable goals, and adhere to them strictly. This discipline will allow you not only to accumulate significant funds but also to manage them effectively, multiplying your capital. Your wealth, which is forming in July 2025, will not be a random gift of fate, but the result of your conscious, practical, and analytically precise work with finances. However, beyond all these earthly, practical aspects, there is another, deeper level of responsibility that awaits contemplation, and it is connected not only with the material side of things but also with your inner structure and spiritual growth. We have already discussed a meticulous approach to finances, the need to analyze every figure, and build clear strategies. But true, long-term prosperity, especially for Sagittarians during this unique period, requires not only external discipline but also inner harmony. Here, Saturn, positioned in Pisces, comes into play. This placement of the teacher planet, the lord of karma and structure, in the sign of mysticism, compassion, and dissolution, creates a unique field for transforming your relationship with the material world. Saturn in Pisces demands from you not just financial responsibility, but responsibility in a much broader, almost metaphysical sense. This means a deep dive into your values, a re-evaluation of what is truly important to you. The financial structure you are building must not only be efficient, it must be ethical, transparent, and align with your highest ideals. This is a time when you are called to bring order not only to your bank accounts but also to your soul, eliminating inner blocks related to abundance, fear of poverty, or guilt over success. The spiritual growth symbolized by Saturn in Pisces becomes the cornerstone of your financial well-being. These are not abstract meditations, but very concrete actions, developing intuition that will allow you to see not only obvious but also hidden opportunities, realizing that true wealth is not just accumulated assets, but also inner freedom, peace, and the ability to share. You may find that your path to abundance lies through service, through projects that benefit not only you but also society, or through monetizing creative, intuitive abilities that previously seemed impractical. The discipline of Saturn in Pisces urges you to systematize your spiritual practices and to bring order to those areas of life that previously seemed chaotic or intangible. This could manifest in creating a clear plan for philanthropy, investing in projects that have social or environmental value, or developing business models based on principles of sustainability and empathy. It is important to understand that this transit is not about deprivation, but about creating a solid foundation that will stand the test of time, because it rests on unwavering inner convictions. Use this period to shed financial illusions, be it unwarranted optimism, which is sometimes characteristic of Sagittarians, or, conversely, limiting beliefs about money. Saturn in Pisces forces you to face the truth, but does so with compassion, giving you the opportunity to correct past mistakes and build a new, more mature and conscious financial strategy. Your capacity for empathy and deep understanding of human needs can become the key to creating truly valuable market offerings. Thus, financial success in July 2025 for Sagittarians will not merely be the result of luck or aggressive actions, but also a consequence of deep inner work. It is a path to wealth that begins with responsibility to yourself and your highest values, passing through the structuring of not only external but also internal resources. And this transformation is just part of a larger planetary influence that can radically change your financial landscape. We have already discussed the multifaceted planetary influences shaping unprecedented financial success for Sagittarians in July 2025. But the picture would be incomplete without a deep understanding of Pluto's transit in Aquarius. This is not just another astrological position, it is a fundamental, tectonic shift, carrying the energy of profound transformation, revolution, and an uncompromising drive for financial independence. Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, destruction and rebuilding, in the sign of Aquarius, symbolizing innovation, collective consciousness, and the future, creates a unique synergy. For you, Sagittarians, this aspect means not just an increase in capital, but a radical reevaluation of the very essence of your relationship with money and power. It is a call not just to become richer, but to break free from any financial shackles that have ever restrained your spirit. An enormous potential is unleashed to break old financial patterns, inherited beliefs about scarcity or limitations, and to create an entirely new, revolutionary model of your financial existence. The energy of Pluto in Aquarius pushes you to act outside the boundaries of traditional financial systems. This is a favorable period for investments in breakthrough technologies, startups, decentralized finance, DeFi, artificial intelligence, and any fields that promise to change the world. Your task is not just to follow trends, but to anticipate them, to become part of the vanguard shaping the economy of the future. Old methods of earning money may cease to bring satisfaction or efficiency. This is Pluto's signal for a complete renewal. How to use this powerful energy to radically change your financial situation. Firstly, be ready for deep inner work. Pluto always exposes hidden fears and shadows. Examine your subconscious blocks related to money, fear of success, fear of loss, feelings of unworthiness. Only by acknowledging and transforming these beliefs will you unleash your potential. Secondly, actively seek opportunities in collective projects, in areas where innovation serves the common good. Aquarius is about community, networks, horizontal connections. Collaboration with like-minded individuals, creating your own platforms, or participating in projects using advanced technologies can be the key to unseen prosperity. This is a time when you can become a financial pioneer, not afraid to dismantle old structures for the sake of creating something entirely new and more aligned with your ideals of freedom and progress. Abandon conservative thinking where it hinders your growth. Embrace change as an opportunity for a colossal leap. Your natural curiosity and pursuit of truth will be the best guides in this process of radical financial transformation. But for a true breakthrough in this era of change, it requires not only intellectual understanding but also a deep inner connection, an intuitive sense that allows you to perceive the subtlest vibrations of opportunities. The celestial palette of July 2025 for you, Sagittarians, will be colored by one of the most unique and powerful influences, Neptune's transit through Aries. This is a truly exceptional astrological event, as Neptune, the planet governing deep intuition, inspiration, compassion, and mystical insights, will be in dynamic, pioneering Aries. For your sign, Sagittarians, which by nature seeks to expand horizons and truths, this position of Neptune will greatly enhance inner wisdom, transforming ordinary premonition into an almost prophetic vision of financial flows and opportunities. During this period, your intuition will become not just an inner voice, but a powerful compass pointing to hidden treasures and non-obvious paths to abundance. You will begin not just to guess, but to feel which business directions, investments, or projects possess true, long-term potential, even if the logical arguments and statistical data are not yet fully formed. This is not mystical insight in its purest form, but a deep, subconscious connection to the collective field of opportunities, where Neptune dissolves the usual boundaries of rational perception. You will be able to intuitively determine where to direct your efforts and resources to yield the maximum possible return. The inspiration that Neptune in Aries brings will not just be an ephemeral creative impulse, but an insight concerning specific, revolutionary financial strategies. These could be sudden startup ideas that seem crazy at first glance but hold immense potential, original approaches to monetizing your unique skills, or innovative solutions to existing market problems that no one else has seen. Your task is not to ignore these flashes of genius, but to trust them and, most importantly, to act. Aries bestows the courage and energy for realization, urging these intuitive insights to immediately transform into concrete steps, be it launching a new project, exploring a promising niche, or radically overhauling your investment portfolio. Financial opportunities will appear unexpectedly, like opening portals, but in reality, this will be the result of your heightened receptiveness and ability to read invisible signals. You will begin to notice emerging trends long before they become obvious to most, anticipating shifts in the economy, technology, or consumer preferences that will open new avenues to abundance. This could involve investing in nascent fields or creating products and services that don't yet exist in the market but for which you intuitively sense a huge demand. However, dear Sagittarians, it's crucial to remember that Neptune can also introduce elements of illusion or excessive idealism. Therefore, it is vital to ground these powerful intuitive impulses. Combine your inner knowing with pragmatic analysis and thorough fact-checking, as we discussed in the context of Venus in Virgo. Use your discernment to filter out empty fantasies from true, promising opportunities. Verify information, consult experts, but never silence that inner voice that will guide your path. Your capacity for empathy and understanding hidden motives will also intensify, helping you build more trusting and mutually beneficial partnerships, and it is precisely through these, as we recall, that Uranus in Gemini promises significant breakthroughs. This is a time not for passive waiting but for actively and purposefully transforming your financial dreams into tangible reality, relying on your inner compass. Such a synergy of intuitive insight and decisive, bold action will be one of the cornerstones of your July triumph. But cosmic influences are not limited to planetary transits alone. Deep, transformative events capable of radically altering your financial landscape also await their moment, manifesting through powerful astrological phenomena that can literally overturn your perception of possibilities. The unique planetary symphony, already having touched the deep strings of your financial reality, will be amplified and catalyzed by one of the most powerful astrological phenomena, the eclipses of 2025. These celestial events, like cosmic portals, not only open new doors but also mercilessly close old, outdated paths. For Sagittarians on the verge of an unprecedented financial surge in July 2025, the eclipses will not merely be a background phenomenon but direct instruments of fate, designed to accelerate your transformation and teleport you to the pinnacle of material well-being. Eclipses are not a time for passive waiting. These are periods when karmic nodes activate, bringing to the surface hidden truths, unresolved issues, and long overdue changes. For your sign, accustomed to broad horizons and expansion, these eclipses will serve as a cosmic test of flexibility and readiness for radical financial shifts. Lunar eclipses, marking the culmination and completion of cycles, can bring unexpected but necessary liberation from old debts, outdated financial strategies, or even toxic partnerships that hindered your growth. They illuminate what must be released to make way for the new. Solar eclipses, on the contrary, open new doors and initiate fresh cycles, offering sudden opportunities for earning, investing, or launching projects you might not have even considered. This is a time for bold initiatives, laying foundations for future prosperity. How do you prepare for these powerful energetic waves, not just to withstand them, but to maximize their potential? First, accept the inevitability of change. Resisting it will only increase turbulence. Instead, cultivate inner flexibility and a willingness to adapt. Sagittarians, whose ruler is Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, are naturally inclined to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Use this innate ability. Start with a deep inventory of your financial habits and beliefs. What money-related attitudes, inherited from family or shaped by experience, are hindering your progress? Eclipses have a unique ability to expose these subconscious blocks, allowing you to consciously transform them. Second, pay attention to your intuition. The aforementioned influence of Neptune in Aries enhances prophetic insight, and during eclipses, this channel of communication with your higher self becomes especially powerful. Trust your hunches regarding deals, investments, or people with whom you are conducting financial negotiations. Often, it is during these periods that insights arrive that can save you millions or, conversely, point you to a goldmine. Third, be proactive. Eclipses carry the energy of fate, but this does not mean passivity. On the contrary, it is a call to action. Analyze markets, research new technologies that can become sources of income, remember Pluto in Aquarius and its connection to DeFi and AI. Update your skills, seek new partnerships. The sudden opportunities that Uranus in Gemini will bring often manifest during eclipse periods, requiring quick reactions and a willingness to take calculated risks. Prepare your financial foundation, as Jupiter in Taurus advised, to be ready for an influx of funds or the need to quickly reallocate assets. This may include paying off small debts, creating a small, safety net, or diversifying your portfolio. The 2025 eclipses will be a powerful cleansing and renewing current that will wash away all that is superfluous and bring abundance capable of radically changing your life. But to truly ride this wave and direct it in the right direction, it requires not only an understanding of astrological influences but also concrete, purposeful actions you can take. So, how can Sagittarians best utilize this unique astrological landscape of July 2025? With Jupiter in Taurus, focus on creating a solid financial foundation. Pay off small debts and build a substantial safety net. Invest in tangible, stable assets, real estate, precious metals, stocks of reliable companies. This is laying a cornerstone, not speculation. Uranus in opposition to Gemini calls for flexibility. Be ready for sudden opportunities through new partnerships, contracts, online platforms, and cutting-edge technologies. Actively seek collaborations, especially in innovative fields. Adaptability will bring enormous dividends. Venus in Virgo demands surgical precision. Conduct a radical audit of income and expenses, eliminating financial leaks. Support major decisions with thorough analysis of figures and facts. Seek assistance from financial consultants, auditors, and lawyers. Discipline in savings and debt repayment is your key ally. The Sun in Cancer enhances intuition, trusted in financial decisions related to security. Mars in Leo bestows courage and charisma, an ideal time to actively promote your services, projects, or business. Demonstrate leadership qualities. The influence of Saturn in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius emphasizes the need for inner transformation. Eliminate subconscious blocks related to money. Consider investments in socially significant, ethical projects or breakthrough technologies like DeFi and AI. Become a financial pioneer, creating a new model of well-being based on ethics and collective interaction. Neptune in Aries enhances the intuitive vision of financial flows. Trust these insights, but always cross-check them with pragmatic analysis. The 2025 eclipses will require an inventory of financial habits, closing outdated strategies, and boldly starting new projects. Wealth will be based on conscious work, inner harmony, and readiness for change. July 2025 is your chance not just to become richer, but to lay the groundwork for a qualitatively different level of financial existence, resonating with your true essence. However, for a complete picture of your financial triumph, there is one more key aspect.